I think Coach did a good job of preparing us. We were all hyped up, not overhyped. We were in a good place before the game. We were ready to come out and kind of prove ourselves again. And I just think our offense is tough to stop, but I mean, we got a lot of weapons and just getting everybody involved. So I mean, I thought it was just a good way to get started. We ran the ball. I think we got negative yards and then just completed a pass to Ted. He made a nice play, got a first down. So I mean, it's just once we get that first completion or first few yards, we feel like we can get the drive going.
Cody's first big game of the year. Is it almost kind of your job as a quarterback to sort of rotate from guy to guy, just how coverages? It seems like they just kind of key in on somebody different.
Cody and Kofi.
Oh yeah,
Shane, that happens. There was a time. I mean, that touchdown pass to Cody. I was thinking about throwing to Kofi, but just matchups, and I could have gone either side really to try to throw a touchdown. I just kind of wanted to feed Cody this time, especially because his dad played at Bowling Green, and I know this was a special game for him. So, and I mean, really, when you're back there, you look at both sides. You have a good chance of being a touchdown either side. You just kind of pick a side, and they make a play. So, there are times where I could go a few different places, but you kind of just pick a guy and just mix it up.
Did Cody talk about that at all, his dad's connection to Bowling Green?
Yeah, I briefly talked to him about it, but yeah, his dad just played there, so I mean, obviously he wanted to, beat the team that his dad played for, and he has a lot of respect for that place as well. But you always want to do well at a place where you have a connection.
They obviously play a lot of man coverage. Basically, is that something you guys just looked at that you were going to really take advantage of?
Yeah, we were ready for it. We prepared for a lot of man, and I mean, we kind of like to see a little bit of man because we feel like we have guys who can beat you one-on-one. At times, it can feel a little disrespectful if you're trying to man us up. We feel like we have playmakers, and we proved it today. Guys making big catches in tight coverage.
Maybe pretty happy your coach finally let you show you speed on a boot near the goal line.
It wasn't really called. I mean, it was kind of just set up. Anybody could have ran that one in.
What was the difference? I mean, just in terms of Coach Wills has talked a lot about learning to overcome adversity. You guys, again, have the 2 goal line stops, the block punt, and yet it never really felt offense, defense like anybody was that uncomfortable. What was the difference today, maybe handling some of those moments that went against you?
Yeah, I think we're a lot more mature than we were even last year. We're older, and with age and experience comes maturity, and I think guys are more mature and they're ready. And we believe in each other. We have a 2x4. I think it's a little piece of wood that says trust. And Coach always says when things go wrong, just trust what you've been taught, trust yourself. And we really try to let that just lead us, or that we try to let that be what we do. Like we try to implement that into our game. So we really try to trust ourselves and try to just go and just do what we do. We have faith in ourselves and in each other.
Talk about the touchdown pass to Kofi.
The fade. Oh yeah. That play is it was more of a boundary play. So the fade wasn't really part of the progression, but Coach always says if you like your matchup, go out and take it. So I liked it. He was inside leverage man and kind of just gave Kofi a little look, and we were both on the same page and just threw it to the back of the corner and made a nice catch.
You're talking about Trey coming in and out. How was it for you, though? Like, you trotted in right before that play after Trey had been in and then stepped up and threw the touchdown pass. How awkward was that?
It really wasn't bad at all. I was wondering how it would be. But, when it's only a play or two, you're still in the flow of the game, and I didn't feel like I missed a beat. It wasn't like I was out of rhythm just from 1 or 2 plays. So I thought it was an interesting way to kind of utilize both of us, and so we'll see how it goes.
You just talked about kind of making eye contact with Kofi. Cody said on his first touchdown of his case, too, he said maybe I just kind of locked eyes, and I knew it was probably are you guys comfortable with each other?
Yeah, especially when it's man, and, we see him matched up, and we'll watch film together, and he'll be, hey, if that guy's on, give me a shot. And so, and we've done so much work this summer, just give our guys chances, and they, they're all ready. They're all big time players. They make big plays. So I think pre-snap, you just look at the guy and kind of a little nod or something, and it's coming, and they just make a big play.
After as down as you guys were last week, just how big of a win was this for you today?
I don't know how big of a win. Obviously it's nice to win, but I really don't feel like this was surprising. They were a very good football team, but we expect this of ourselves, so it's not like a relief. And Coach always says you can't lose anything. You ain't ever had it, So, we haven't lost anything. We're just going every game like we have nothing to lose. We just got to go out and play as hard as we can. It's never going to be perfect, but, obviously it's going to make practice and film a lot more fun next week, just coming off a win. But we got to stay focused, and we're going to have a really tough challenge next week.
Nate, can you talk about Cody's performance? Forgive me if you already did, but just how he performed and did it feel good to be able to get him the ball after it seemed like everybody else had a breakout game, but not last year's leading receiver?
Right. Yeah, it felt really good, and I knew I wanted to try to, when all things were equal, try to give him an opportunity, especially with the connection he has with Bowling Green, and his father played there. So I knew I was going to try to look to him a little bit more this week, and I mean, he was just running some good routes and making some big catches, and we have even more guys that I want to get the ball to, like DeWeese and Zeke and Stoner. The two guys, we feel like they're all really good, and you feel bad when they don't all get their touches, but they're all very selfless, and Cody was so awesome. He only had 4 catches coming in this game, and he's been such a great teammate and leader. He hasn't complained once. He's really a team player, and he's going to go. The sky's the limit for Cody.
Was this just going to be an outside receivers game? I mean, you obviously have kind of looked inside to Shane and Teddy before, but was this kind of just the way they covered you, basically?
A little bit. We kind of knew that they kind of muck up the middle, so we were knowing that outside breaking routes and outside, one-on-one matchups, competitive plays were going to be part of the game plan, and they just kept playing kind of man-to-man, and we were doing what was working. We were just trying to put points on the board.
Third down, you guys are pretty good.